If your Facebook ads are inconsistent and scaling feels impossible sometimes, you're probably structuring your ad account the wrong way. And I'm not blaming you for that. Like, I was checking the YouTube videos about this topic from the experts before making the video. And it's crazy to me. I'm coaching 50 brands, agency owners actively every single month. So I see a lot. And it's crazy to me that these guys are making videos where no hate, but they just mention the new ad account structure for 2025 is just having 2 campaigns, the 3-2-2 method. They go like this, have a coffee, and that's the ad account structure video. It's like, what the fuck? Like, to be straight with you, your ad account structure will depend on how much you're spending per day, at what stage in scaling you are, and how many products you're selling. If it's a 1-product store, or if it's thousands of products, like you're selling, I don't know, ASOS or Adidas. And so it will change a lot. And the goal of the video, coming from me, last month I spent $330K at a ROAS of 3.4, 3.5 for 3 e-com brands. And that's the client portfolio that I'm managing. And actually since 2021, I've been spending $300,000 to $500,000 per month on Facebook ads for those brands. So it's very few accounts and a lot of ad spend, which means a lot of experience. And again, actively coaching 50 people in my program every single month, I see a lot. I see people selling in Spain, in the US, in Germany. I see people selling jewelry, fashion at different stages in ad spend, 15K a day, 1K a day, 500 a day. I see a lot. And like, to simplify the ad account structure topic and just say it's 2 campaigns, it's bad. And so again, the goal of the video is to give you clarity on this topic and to make it as personalized as possible in this video for you to actually go and be, okay, this is the case that applies for me. Okay, I should separate things by sales angle. Okay, and do this thing. It's pretty clear now. And so, yeah, that's the goal of the video. Make sure you stick till the end. At the end, I will reveal what I think about the learning phase. I will give you a lot of examples, and I will talk about how many ads per ad set. Typical question that I get on this topic. And so stick till the end of the video. Enjoy, and let's get into the Google Docs. All right, my friends. So Facebook ads account structure in 2025. The very first thing you have to ask yourself is, what do I want out of the ad account? And usually the answer is going to be ROAS with high budget. Like, have a good ROAS and spend a lot of money. Some people have the goal of having a ROAS of 7 and spend 100 a day, but we are here in this channel to scale. And so usually the goal is going to be high budget with a great ROAS. It depends on your personal case. What do you consider high budget? To give you an example, in this case, I'm looking for a budget of 7 to 8K a day, and I want to have a ROAS superior to 4.5. And so this was actually my most successful day of 2025 so far when it comes to actually spending a lot of money, but having a really good ROAS. And this was on a Sunday by doing intraday scaling, and we will talk about this in a future videos, but the whole January was mentioned to everybody in my program. This first Sunday of February, where people are going to have the salary, it's going to be crazy, so push. And yeah, it was good. So anyways, what is required to have this high budget with a really good ROAS? Research, testing, scaling, and retargeting. I guess we can all agree that we need this. And so you will develop really good testing ideas, hypotheses through research. And then all of these ideas will bring 1, 2, or 3 winning ads, winning ad creatives, winning landing pages. And those winners, you're going to want to put them in a separate campaign and scale as much as possible. Push, 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 push. It gets to a point in this scaling process where things get risky. Like, you know, you're getting that CBO to $1,000 a day in ad spend. You're like, I had this, I crossed that ceiling of spending 1,000, but things are now a little bit risky. And so you need a safety net. Okay, and this safety net is going to be the retargeting. So in other words, what I'm going to need to scale with good ROAS is efficient and smart testing. I need to extract clear conclusions from hypotheses, so basically good analysis. I need to put these clear conclusions and winning ads into a scalable structure of big campaigns that can support this big scaling. And after that, I want to have a safety net in case that my clear conclusions in a scalable structure do not bring immediate sales. Because past a certain level of ad spend, you will start targeting people that are not really qualified or ready to buy in that moment. And so I guess the more you spend on Facebook ads, the more you really need retargeting and high frequency and being top of mind, staying top of mind, because you're basically reaching a lot of unqualified, not ready to buy people. And you need to chase after them after the first impression. Facebook's gonna do a little bit of that already by default, but just do it. So yeah, a couple of examples of ad account structure, pretty simple in this case. You've got one testing campaign here, retargeting hot plus warm, CBO with winning ads, and Advantage Plus with winning ads from one specific angle. That is it. Same thing here, super simplified. It's not always so simple and so beautiful, I have to say, but ABO US creative testing, retargeting hot, Advantage Plus macro, which means I'm including a lot of ads inside, new 2025, and then CBO creative diversification, bid cap 200. So overbidding, and this rocket is because this is the one that I'm using for the intraday scalings one time a week. Now, personal opinion, the very first thing is separating testing from scaling. I don't want to mix those because then I'm breaking certain learning phases. I'm just confusing everything. I separate these things. So the other question is, how much do you spend on testing? 10% of your total budget or 70%? Do you focus on efficiency? One ad account with 2 campaigns or 30 campaigns? Do you put all the winning ads together or separate them in Advantage Plus depending on how many winners do I have? A lot of these questions, and the answer is, it depends, right? And so I cannot make one of these YouTube videos and say, this is the perfect ad account structure and this is what 99% of e-commerce brands should be doing. And then have my coffee. This cannot be done. And so, yeah, it's going to depend on your personal situation. So we're going to divide the next video in 3 stages. And each one of you will fit into a different one of these scenarios. So stage number 1 is from $0 to $300 a day in ad spend. Stage 2, $300 to $1.5K a day in ad spend. $1.5K to $10K a day in ad spend, and then past $10K, where things just change a lot. And I've done this, and it's a different beast. It's opening market, it's creating a long-term pool of clients, because again, at $20K a day, 5% of the people that I'm reaching are ready to buy or are in the market. But I'm reaching a 95% of people who are either never gonna buy or just need more convincing or more time. And so you have to create those structures with bid multipliers and a whole bunch of things. We're not gonna talk about this. It's too complex, and it's just, I guess it's only gonna apply to 5% of the people watching this video. So we're gonna focus on this. And these numbers are just relative, like stage 3, 2K to 10K a day. Okay, could it be 8K a day? Or it's just, I made up those numbers. Just to give you an idea, like low spend, mid spend, and high spend. That's it. So yeah, thing that I wanted to show you before going in there, actually put a little bit of proof. I got this screenshot, this message yesterday from a member of the accelerator. They made 200K in sales in Shopify in the Valentine's campaign. So this is around, I don't know how many days, 20 days. So 20 days of the Valentine's campaign. And I remember this guy joined in January of 2024. So when I opened the program to only friends, I had 5 friends at the beginning just to validate everything. And we did a very intense Valentine's campaign in 2024. And the issue in there was like the campaign was not peaking until the last 5 days. And so we were doing one-on-ones with him, and it was all about fixing ad account structure, because they had too many ad sets and they were separating everything in $5 ad sets or $10 ad sets. And I was like, man, this is fucking crazy. Apart from the fact that it's a lot of work, it's just not going to be efficient when it comes to scaling. So we need to build up the scaling infrastructure. So we did a lot of work in terms of ad account structure, because in his case, he was not struggling with creatives. It was the ad account structure. So we talked a lot about it. And now this year, I mean, he's still in the program. It's been absolutely crazy. So for his niche, Valentine's is amazing, and new revenue record. You see in there, I don't know what he's comparing this to, if previous period or previous year, but like a 500% increase. It's pretty good. So yeah, it was interesting. And in the description, you've got the link, so you can check out who I work with, you can check out my programs and stuff like that. We do talk a lot about ad account structure 1 and 2. You see it there. It's like 30 minutes of modules just talking about account structure. It's pretty cool. You can check it out after the video. Now, what is the priority in each one of the stages that I just mentioned before? Stage 1, imagine you're spending 200 a day, okay? What is the priority? Testing is the most important thing. You need to find winning ad angles, winning formats, winning landing pages ASAP. So you're going to be in a process of discovery. Just remember this word for later. Stage 2, 300 to 1,500 a day in ad spend, more or less. This is going to be initial scaling. That's the most important priority, initial scaling. So the goal is to move from I'm just testing ABO into initial scaling. And in this initial scaling, you are separating the winning ads, okay? Different scaling campaigns. So this is the moment where instead of having one ABO testing campaign and one Advantage Plus, you're gonna have, 7 Advantage Plus. So you go through this phase. And when you start increasing budget, it gets to a point that you're spending 2K a day. And at this point, we start getting worried about efficiency, about consolidation. And also, to be honest with you, if you have 10 scaling campaigns in the account, it's a pain in the ass to manage, right? So, because things are going to go like that. And here we look for efficiency and consolidation. So here it makes sense to minimize the number of campaigns that you have and maximize budget per campaign. Yes, it makes sense. So, but at this stage, that's the distinction. So here, you definitely need the learning phase. You start getting concerned about machine learning. I need the algorithm to play in my favor, and because you're in a high risk situation. So if you make a mistake, you pay big. Okay, so 3K a day in ad spend, and you're making mistakes where you've got 90% of your ads in learning phase, you're gonna pay the price of that. So, and that's not gonna be good. So different stages, different priorities, and it's gonna affect the ad account structure that you choose. Here's a quick message for the efficiency bros. No hate, but man, you're talking to people that are in different stages. So consider the fact that if you don't even have 5 winning ad creatives and you don't know how to sell your product to a cold mass market, brother, do not worry about, do I put 5 or 10 ad sets in my CBO? Or do I put 2 ads or 1 ad in my ad set? Or how do I maximize efficiency? That's the most important thing in Facebook Ads 2025. It is important, but man, prioritize. You don't even have 5 winning ad creatives, and you did not figure out how to sell your product to a big market, mass market, which is what Facebook Ads is. Like, the CTR sucks. What are we looking for in efficiency? To make what thing efficiency? You cannot make a freaking Fiat Panda. You cannot make it efficient. You can think about efficiency when you're running on a Ferrari, but this Fiat Panda, there's no efficiency, man. It's just a Fiat Panda. And so, it's just prioritize. And again, this would summarize my process. So this is the testing. Here's when we are scaling things separate, and you will see the examples now in a second. And consolidation and efficiency is this. So you make less campaigns with high budget. But before going into this, my opinion is that you need to go through this. And also there's a concept that is called testing the scalability. And we can talk about it in future videos. But if you only do 2 campaigns and you're running with CBOs, I'm going to ask you, what about Advantage Plus? Or in your personal case, could it be that Advantage Plus with an overbidding cost cap could perform much better than any other type of campaign? And you say, I don't know. And I say, mistake. Because you have not tested the scalability of different campaign formats. And it is a must to figure out in your personal case, what is your best scaling strategy. And that's something that coaches nowadays seem to not be doing, or I don't know. So let's get deeper. And so what is the right ad account structure when you're only selling 1 product? What about when you're selling 2 to 20 products? And if you're selling thousands of products, and this is going to be very key. So as an example, let's say you're selling a sleep supplement. You have 1 product. So what is your priority when it comes to testing? you're gonna be separating the ad sets, the campaign structure by angles. And so just to give you a random example, I think I have examples down below. Yeah, okay, examples coming in a minute. If you have 2 to 20 products, imagine you're selling a skincare line. What are you gonna be testing? I'm gonna be testing products. And if I'm selling 20 plus products, like imagine I'm Adidas and I have 1,000 products to sell, or sunglasses and I've got 1,000 sunglasses to sell. What am I gonna be testing? I'm gonna be testing categories. And so if I take over an ad account that's selling sunglasses, I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, let's test 1,000 products. Stupid. Or I'm not gonna be like, let's test angles, the pain, the benefit. No, like different brands, different priorities. And if you wanna be efficient, you gotta know how to prioritize in the ads manager. So a really important heads up right now, I would suggest you watch the testing video that I uploaded last week, I think. So yeah, highly suggested. I've gotten really good feedback and it's gonna help you organize all of this because now you know what you need to test. And then if you say, how do I test it? How do I come up with hypotheses? How do I analyze my tests? How do I set it up in the ads manager? Just go check this video. This is it. It's really good. Now, let's talk about ad account structure based on your ad spend and your products. So, this is gonna be good. Man, it's 9 a.m. and I'm still with the red light on. I'm using it, like if I wake up at 6 or 7 and I start working, it's super dark, so I turn on the red light. But then, man, my electricity cost is gonna go crazy. Like I'm 3 hours with this red light on plus 2-3 hours at night with it. Anyways, stage 1, 0 to 300 a day in ad spend. So remember, we're looking for discovery. We need to figure things out. If I had a sleep supplement, the goal is I want to test angles and find the winner. But if I'm selling a skincare line at 0 to 300 a day, I want to test products and find the winning product. And if I'm selling sunglasses and I have 1,000 products, I want to test categories and find the winner. Now, when I'm in stage 2, 300 to 1,500 a day in ad spend, which I'm looking to scale separately and test the scalability of different campaign formats. So, I mean, this is gonna be a little bit complex to explain, but basically it's A/B testing. Do I scale better with CBO or with Advantage Plus? That's it. To simplify the example, I just put Advantage Plus in this case, but I just wanna explain this very well to have it clear. So if you're spending $400 a day and you're selling one sleep supplement where you tested a lot of angles and you figure out that collagen, students, and testosterone were the winning angles, that's the winning message, that's what people react to. And so you decide to create one scaling campaign per winning angle. Good. No crazy ad spend here, maybe 50 a day, 65 a day, something like that. And you keep on going. Then for the skincare line, you decide to create one Advantage Plus per product, per winning product. So you tested 10 products and 3 of them are working phenomenal, man. People just click. Fantastic. So one Advantage Plus per product. For the sunglasses, we're gonna do one Advantage Plus per category. Sports, luxury, and then you've got a category that says under $99 and you're selling that and people buy it. So that's really cool. That's a really good account structure at this stage. Of course, we can make it more complex. Like if this works, how do you scale it? And how do you move into CBO? Are you combining them? We could talk about that, but let's not overcomplicate. Stage 3 is when we're looking for efficiency. Now, yes, because we went through the process of I'm testing. Well, the most important thing that I'm testing, like sleep supplement, the most important thing is figure out how to sell the product through angles. Okay, I knew how to prioritize. I did that. And then I scaled my winning angles. Okay, cool. And now I'm finding that something works better than the other thing and whatever. And now I'm looking for efficiency. And so to give you an example, efficiency would be for the sleep supplement. I put all of these 3 winning sales angles into the same Advantage Plus campaign, but 3 times higher budget. That would be a simple example. So you see how for sunglasses, you see that now we're separating Advantage Plus, but at this stage, we're putting it together looking for efficiency. It's much easier to get this thing out of learning phase fast rather than getting this out of learning phase, especially if you have a high CPA. So simplified, this is ad account structure on a personalized level, and this is what nobody covers or nobody explains. They're like, I don't care what you're selling, you have to do 2 campaigns for efficiency. Like, what are you talking about, man? So overall structure, yeah, testing, scaling, and retargeting. For testing structure, I would highly recommend, again, that you watch the testing video. It's a 40-minute video where after the video, you have full clarity at what to test, how to test it, ads manager, conclusions, everything. I don't have time to cover that, and it would be a little bit disrespectful to be just like, for testing, do this and do that. I have to do it. So as a summary on the testing, the very first thing, you only want to test important variables. As we were saying before, if I'm selling sunglasses, do I care about the sales angle? People buy sunglasses when I say, do your eyes hurt? No, it doesn't matter. Like, focus on the category, figure out the category. And then after that, for scaling, you can close a little bit and only show the best sellers of that category and narrow down. Okay, but at first, does it matter? No. So only test the most important variable, focus on good research and good marketing skills. I mention this in almost every video. Read this book, please. Read this book if you want to learn how to sell products to cold audiences at scale, which is what Facebook ads is. And in general, if you only test important variables, you can afford to do ABO 1 ad per ad set. But don't do it with 30 variables because you're going to break the account. Like if you got 5 different sales angles, ABO 1 angle per ad set, fantastic. That's testing. Scaling structure. I would also suggest you watch the scaling video, how to scale Facebook ads to 5K a day in ad spend with a ROAS of 4. And in there, you see all of the stages and how I make decisions, and you see a flow diagram. I'll show you the flow diagram now in a second, just to go over that. But there's a structure for everything we do. And yeah, this is an extremely useful video. Again, 43 minutes just covering scaling in a really structured way. So, man, I'm giving you the video for ad account structure. You've got the video for testing. You've got the video for scaling. I'm missing the creative part, which is coming very soon. But what else can I do? Like, I'm trying my best. I hope you appreciate it. And if you do, leave a comment in the YouTube video to push the algorithm to show the videos more. Anyways, let's show you the flow diagram, and then we come back to the Google Docs. All right, let's quickly cover retargeting right now. So to simplify it, because it is also a controversial topic, should you do retargeting in 2025? And I don't know. I would say just have one retargeting campaign. Inside of it, you're going to want to have 3 ad sets. You can have also 3 campaigns. It's just for organization. It doesn't really affect anything. Ad set number 1 is going to be retargeting broad. So 90 IG engagers, 90 website. Ad set 2 is going to be cart recovery. So you basically, people go to cart, 99% of people don't buy, and so just chase them. Facebook's going to be chasing a little bit. They do it, I know. But is it enough? Decide for yourself. So 7-day website, 21 cart. Something like this is pretty solid for a cart recovery. Also depends on the volume of traffic you have. Okay, but I'm not going to say it depends on your budget. It depends on how many products you sell, and it depends on how much traffic you get. It's too much. But if you get less traffic, open it more. If you get a lot of traffic, you can do a 1-day retargeting. Okay. Ad set 3, retention. So lifetime customers minus 30 purchase. This is a really good campaign to have. And it's a little bit more about branding, but you do increase the LTV with it because people end up buying. So it's a good campaign. Don't overdo it. Like, don't spend a lot of money. You can put just 5 years a day on this. It's cool. Extras. A really good one if you have a lot of, on a weekly basis, if you get at least 3,000 orders, something like that, you should have a thank you message as a retargeting ad to all the people who bought in the last 7 days. This is smart. This is good branding. Like, branding is not having a beautiful logo. Like, this is good branding. And then flash campaign retargetings. That's it. So To the question, does retargeting still work? It works for me. Like, in all of the accounts, in every single account that I operate and that I've operated in the past, and that's a lot of accounts, it has worked. Are we losing performance in retargeting? Yes. Especially in Europe with cookie privacy regulations? Yes. Is it gonna get worse? I don't know. And I don't care. So as long as it works, man, on maximum in this card recovery, which is this one, ad set, this has produced fucking 2.2 million. Like, at a ROAS of 5. And even if you say like over attribution, okay, at least this is a ROAS of 3.5. At least. And so it's a seven-figure ad set. So retargeting works. But be smart. Depends on what you're selling and depends on, like, if people buy on impulse, you can have a different retargeting that if people are buying a $300 product and the customer journey usually lasts for 40 days on average. It's a completely different business. And so you really need to know how to sell different products, because that's Facebook ads. Facebook ads is not one retargeting structure. It's 2025, so retargeting is working good in CBO. No, retargeting is working good when you apply it on the best way to sell your specific product. So no more looking at the YouTube videos to find the crazy strategy. Look inside and be like, what am I selling and what is the best way to sell this? And then after this conclusion, you put it in a good structure. And then you will be independent of any YouTube video that just says, this is the structure. You will be independent. You will be an independent thinker. So yeah, it's more work, but it works. Facebook ad account structure summary. Yeah, this is the same thing as before. This was last 3 months of last year for this account. These 3 campaigns, of course, we had more campaigns, but to give you super simplified, it was doing really great. And so the ABO, in the retargeting, it's the one where we're spending only 3K, but it was doing great, 3.8 ROAS, fantastic. Here we're looking for a ROAS of 2 minimum at scale. So anything above 3 is phenomenal for the brand and the margins. ABO creative testing, ROAS of 3.10, so 8K in ad spend. But then in the scaling campaign, that's when we spend 30K. And this is the one that produced 100K, which is the one producing, 70%, 60% of the revenue of these 3 campaigns. And this is usually how it should be. If you see that the scaling campaign is spending the same as the testing, we have a problem. Or it could be temporary, but the goal should be to have something like this. Maybe more complex for your case, I don't care, but the structure of how much each campaign is spending should be something like that. So the scaling campaign is the one taking most of the budget. Okay? Other important aspects, let's cover what I mentioned before towards the end of the video. Learning phase, naming, and how many ads per ad set. So the learning phase, really quick. I don't want to put a lot of theory. Definition from Meta for everybody to fully understand. Each time the ad is shown, the ads delivery system is going to learn about the best people and places to show the ad. This is machine learning. So the more the ad is shown, the better the delivery system becomes at optimizing that specific ad's performance. And so look at the bold words. The learning phase is the period when the delivery system still needs to learn about how an ad set may deliver and perform. Period. Learning, right? So during the learning phase, the delivery system is exploring. Also keep this in mind for the exploratory algorithm. It's like figuring out what is the best way to deliver this ad. Should I deliver the ad to women or men? Or should I deliver the ad to people who are using Wi-Fi or data? Should I deliver the ad to people who are in the underground or people who are in the sofa? All of these little things that we cannot even think about because it's thousands of variables, it's figuring it out, right? So in the learning phase, the algorithm that's managing the ad, the delivery, is the exploratory algorithm, and it usually brings inconsistency. So during the learning phase, again, ad sets, and this is from Meta, are less stable and usually have a higher CPA. So basically ROAS inconsistency. Again, I also, no plug, but I also have a video on ROAS inconsistency. So after this video, go check the ROAS inconsistency video, because there I explain how to solve the main problem that anyone has running Meta ads, which is how to fix when ROAS is freaking dancing. Anyways, this is the learning phase, and you will see learning limited. It's pretty bad. And then what we're looking for is active. So we want to have this, and usually we have this where we're spending the most. This is learning, which is still not like, the algorithm is thinking, okay, I might exit learning. But here's when the algorithm gives up and says, man, with the budget you're giving me, I will never exit learning, so I'll just put learning limited. That's it. So your ad account structure should help you get out of the learning phase ASAP, but you can still succeed being in the learning phase, okay? And for example, me, when I do intraday scaling, I break the learning phase on purpose because it's worth it for the extra sale. Yeah, I'll do a YouTube video discussing the learning phase, sorry, and the best ways to get out of it and improve ROAS. But don't care about the learning phase if you don't have winning ad creatives. Like in stage 3 for efficiency, you can care about the learning phase. Before that, don't care about the learning phase. I mean, don't play stupid and triple the budget when it's unnecessary. Do it, but don't be limited by the learning phase, please. Now, meta reps say you need 50 purchases every 7 days to exit learning phase, or in the last 7 days, or something like that. It's false. Like, if you really read the article, the right sentence is you need 50 purchases after the last significant edit. So if it takes you 14 days to get 50 purchases, but in those 14 days you don't make any significant changes, then you will exit the learning phase. And you can check it on your own. Like, check the ad sets that you have as active and check if in the last 7 days you had 50 purchases. Maybe not, maybe you had 25. But if you check since the last significant edit, how many purchases the ad set accumulated, and it's 55, the ad set is gonna be out of learning. So no pressure, it's not 50 purchases every single week. And if not, you're gonna die, no. Naming, not much to say, like just for your mental health, have good naming structure, like make it beautiful. This is pleasure to my eyes. And this is easy to optimize and make decisions and report to the client, etc. Just do it. And last thing, how many ads per ad set? I mean, in general, 1 ad per ad set if the test is very, very important. Yeah, so as an example, if you're testing UGC creators and you want to test female UGC creator against male UGC creator, 1 ad per ad set, no doubt. I'm not mixing them in a CBO to let Facebook optimize when the test is a completely new hypothesis. So I use this format when I want the budget to distribute equally for the 2 ads, and I don't want one ad to be spending 55 and the other one to spend 1.25 euros. Okay, 2 to 5 ads per ad set when they share things in common. So to give you an example, you have 5 images and you have 5 videos, and those share the same sales angle. Then I would do 1 ad set for the images and 1 ad set for the videos, and I'm testing image against video. But I'm not testing the individual ads against each other. So it's 5 and 5 in 2 ad sets, easy. 5 to 10 ads per ad set. I do this for scaling, to be honest. So in Advantage Plus or CBO, put together 5 to 10 winning ads and let Meta decide where and when to spend the money. That would be it, to be honest. You can make it more complex than this, and you can try to look for more cutting edge new stuff, but this is really it. If you focus on sales, that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe and comment if it was useful for you. I would much appreciate that. And I wish you the highest of the ROAS. See you in the next video. Ciao.